All right, welcome back, everybody. I can't believe it. I almost started my video without my trusty Kershaw. Now, I am a Leatherman guy. I always have. I always will be. I have the Crunch. I have the Wave. I have the Wave Plus, which you can't actually even get the Wave anymore. You can only get the Wave Plus. So I'm very proud of my Wave. I have the Rebar, which is the left-handed one. I have the Squirt. I have the P2. I have the Tread. I love Leatherman. I highly recommend Leatherman to anybody and everybody that's out there looking for a multi-tool. You will not find a better product than Leatherman. If you need a pair of vice grips, the Crunch is the way to go. If you need a pair of needle nose, the Wave or the Super Tool are the way to go. But I highly recommend the Wave Plus, just because I feel like it fits in more daily stuff with the screwdriver and the eyeglass screwdriver and the can opener and all that. But anyway, back to this. Okay, so we got the pop-up here, right? And I'm gonna pop this open. And that's the thing that I like about these pop-ups too. I've seen them before, and I do have a couple of them. I really dig the packaging, and I think that's a part of their whole thing, is the way that they package these makes it look so much cooler. I mean, I'm not saying it's not cool, but the way they package it makes it look so much freaking cooler. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our Kershaw back, and let me get readjusted in my seat because I'm a big old fat boy. And let's go ahead and pull her on out. Yeah, like I said, this right here was only like 40 bucks. And I know people are like, 40 bucks for a little statue, but in today's day and age with the whole Biden economy going on, yeah, Donald Trump was the bad guy. I didn't get raped at the gas station though. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna show you guys right here. Like, look how they individually, and you guys hear that pop? Usually when I pop these things open, it's like, it just slides open. And it shows you that even when they're packaging, they still take great attention to detail. You know what I mean? You're not gonna lose any of these pieces. Sometimes I'll go and I'll open some of these up, and it, boom, right off the bat, I just start losing hell of pieces. All right, so as you can see right here, I've got the little hand, so I can change out the hands if I want to. He's got his little pad right here, and he comes in packaging as well. Even his little sword. Came in some packaging. Let's see if I can get this open without breaking the sword. I can hear the bunnies scratch around in the box in there. It breaks my heart to give them up, but we have to. All right. I'm not sure exactly where his sword goes, but that's very smart right there. I like that. See, that's the kind of stuff that Good Smile does. See that? So you know which way it goes on. I'm not saying it takes rocket science to figure it out, but man, sometimes you're just like, what in the hell? What direction does this character go? And that goes to the quality of the product. But bam, his sword just slid in right there. And it's, look how detailed that is though. It looks just like him from the anime. And those of you that have seen Demon Slayer know what I'm talking about. Very cool, very cool. Okay, on to the next thing. The next thing is, this is the one that I really did want to order. This is another pop-up, and this is from my favorite character, Inosuke. I love Inosuke. Inosuke is my favorite character in that show. Just his whole, like, backwoods style of, you know, simple guy mentality. You know, he's not hard to please. Just give him a good competition. That's all he wants. And it just, the way that his like aggressive, goofy personality is really catches my eye. And this character just, I mean, he makes me laugh every time. He makes me laugh. He makes me really feel for this character. See, and that's another problem too, is I always get a bunch of crap building up on the side over here, and I don't know what to do with it. Again, we've got the other, see, listen. You hear that crunk, crunk? crunk, crunk, that's those plastic things popping. That means they actually fit together properly. Okay, so this one actually doesn't have a lot of pieces. So, same thing. Oh no! Caught him. Got him! Alright. Oh, even his swords are individually wrapped. That is wicked. Wicked! I don't know what this little piece is for. Maybe his foot or something? Like that. Oh, maybe so if you don't want to put the pad on him, you can put this on his foot. And his foot. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, cool. It's even got little imprints for his toes. That is rad. You see what I mean? Like, Good Smile thinks of everything. I mean, they think of friggin' everything. All right, well, let's go ahead and same thing. They've got the 2 and the 1. All right, let's go ahead and put this on. Just like that. Which way does it go? Looks like it goes that way. I think it does. Yep, there we go. And that's, I'm assuming that's in case if you want to, like, just post him up without this little thing. But look at that. Look at how goofy his mask is with the one eye pointing off. Very cool. Like all the texturing and his muscle and all that. Like, these are really cool little statues right here. Very cool little decorative set pieces. So look at his swords too. So his swords, they're not all bent and they're straight and they actually look like swords. You see what I mean when I'm talking about the detail? I probably won't end up using that piece. I'll probably end up taking it off. Okay, so the next thing is, I've said this before, I don't really usually get these kind of things because they're not really my style, and to me they're not really something for a collector. The only reason I got this one is because I am a huge fan of this series, and I actually can't wait because there's a new installment of this series getting ready to come out this year, this October to be exact, and that is the Arkham Knight, Todd McFarlane's Dark Series, the Arkham Knight. Now, I wasn't really a huge fan of the Arkham Knight itself as a game. I really felt like they forced the Batmobile on you too much. I felt like it was excessively long, and there were parts of it that felt really empty and dry. But Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, even Arkham Origins, fantastic games. I will never forget when Arkham Origins came out and I got the collector's edition. A lot of people didn't like Arkham Origins, but I thought it was awesome. And I remember it came out like right before Christmas time, and I remember, you know, sitting up late at night was my game time, and I would sit up until like 2 o'clock in the morning playing that game. And in the game, it's all Christmas themed, and then we had all of our Christmas stuff set up. So I'm just sitting there in the dark with all the Christmas lights, and I don't know. Gamers will understand what I'm talking about. So we typically with these series, you know, you get the card, which is very cool, and it comes with all these stupid little. Now, see, this is what I don't like. I don't like it when companies put those stupid little rubber bands in there. It's very, very, very annoying. Sometimes I feel like I put too much pressure on it and it'll break the figure, or like one of his weapons, or something, or I'm gonna put too much pressure on it and then it's all gonna collapse, and then like little pieces are gonna go flying everywhere. He didn't come with too much extra stuff though. He's pretty basic. I think another reason why I was so frustrated with the Arkham Knight too is because we were promised a brand new villain. like a brand spanking new villain, never before seen villain, specifically for the Arkham series, that Rocksteady was given permission to create a new badass villain for Batman, and they just reskinned the Red Hood. You know what I mean? And that's was incredibly frustrating. You know, when you have a huge fan of the Arkham series like me, and then you're like, wait a minute, this is just Red Hood 2.0. Like, this is bullshit. So he comes with the Bat Grapple, which we will... I'm probably not going to leave these pieces in his hand because they don't really, like, connect in. They just kind of slide in, and with me having a whole bunch of little kids running around my house, they're probably going to end up getting lost, and I don't want that. Let's see, put that in. There we go. Now, is there like a spot on his belt for one of these, or? Nope. There is not. Alright. But like I said, I still liked it. I still thought it was a badass game. You know what I mean? And it was still a breath of fresh air for, you know, people like me that are really into these games. But there we go. The Arkham Knight. Stand up. Like I said, I'm not really... Those aren't really for my collection. They're more just because I liked them. You know, yeah. All right, so moving on. What else? Okay, I thought this was really cool. And being a kid that was raised in the era of Lion King and Aladdin and Toy Story and all these great Disney animated movies, you know, this was a flash to my past. I saw this and I had to have it. Very, very cool. You know, fortunately, I was around for the original, you know, the Jim Varney version of this, and I'm not slighting this gentleman in any way, shape, or form, but Slinky Dog will always be Jim Varney to me. Jim Varney will always be the OG Slinky Dog. Just like John Ratzenberger will always be the Diesel from Cars and the Piggy Bank and all that other fun stuff. You can't replace these characters. Jim Varney and John Ratzenberger are legends. Legends. Like, I remember watching Cheers as a kid. Legends. But he's very, very cool. Lights up. And this is only the test button. I'm not going to open this because this is actually going to be a set piece for my youngest son's room. But when you actually have the full version on it, as you can see, it's pretty bright. Like, my room is pretty well lit. I have canister lights all over my ceiling right here, and you can still see this light up. It's not some cheesy dim light. It's really cool, but when you're at a test mode, it flashes all these other different colors and everything, so it's really cool. If you have little kids that are into Toy Story, or you want to take a flash to your past, that's over at GameStop for like 20 bucks. All right, the next thing. This is for all my My Hero Academia fans out there. I saw this. I didn't even know it was out. I saw it and had to have it. This dude isn't my favorite character, but I still give the man respect. He's still badass. And that is a huge statue of Endeavor. I'm more of a fan of his son. But, oh, you know what? This is actually already open because it was the floor model. Somebody had pre-ordered it and never picked it up, so well, we ain't returning it now. I'm sorry, there's a dude at my work that laughs like that, and oh my god, he fucking gets on my nerves. Oh yeah, that's how much he makes me mad. Okay, so this wasn't packaged as usual because it was already open. This was the floor model that I bought. So it's got a lot of different packaging. Now, this company, I've gotten stuff from this company before. It's What was that? That fell. It was his hand. The ones that I have are all much smaller versions of what this guy is, though. So the company is Bandai Namco, but they're called Masterlease Extras. And I have a bunch of the smaller ones, especially for like My Hero Academia and all that. And I think I've got a couple Inuyasha ones. Sorry. Naruto. I've got a couple Sasuke's and I've got a couple Naruto's, and I think I have a Sakura somewhere around too, and a Hinata. I'm Team Hinata. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I never cared for Sakura. I'm glad Naruto got with Hinata, because I think Hinata would knock Sakura's ass out. Anyway, so these are all really cool pieces. They're not the most detailed. They are very sturdy in their construction. I mean, this is heavy. It's got to weigh probably 1.5 pounds. Like, I feel like you could probably beat somebody with this. But as you can see, the face isn't too incredibly detailed. It's not garbage, but you know, it could be a lot better. But these are really cool because they come with these little foot pieces that you don't have to have a stand or anything. You just like wrap this around their foot and they stand up on their own, just like that. You know, and this is a lot more better than having that platform. Personally, I like this method a lot better because, like, say for a character this big, I'd have to have a platform that's, you know, 9 inches across, and that takes up a lot of room that I could be putting something else on. I highly recommend these though if you're a fan of these series, just because they're very sturdy, and especially if you've got kids, then these will take you know, the consequences of an accident or two, I should say. And I know from experience because I've had one of these smaller ones fall down the stairs. Now, I've never seen one this big. He's the first one that I've seen that's like this. It's one of the reasons why I had to get him. But very cool, very cool. Like I said, I really want to go into detail with some of these, because a lot of times I feel like I'm blowing through this stuff and I'm not getting to spend the attention that I need on certain things. But, and I apologize for that. But the next thing that we're going to do is, I haven't had a chance to play this game yet. I've only seen demos of it, but I'm a huge fan of the other game that this company made called Contest of Champions. And I really dig it. I've shown a character from this series before on this show. It was the Sorcerer Mickey. But these are from a mobile game called Disney Mirrorverse. And it's set up a lot like Contest of Champions is, where it's like a 2D side-scrolling fighting game. And you basically, that's what you do. You build your characters. You get 3, 4, and 5, and 6-star heroes and villains, and you build them up by putting materials into them, and then you go on quest lines and all that stuff. But I just like these in general because I think they're really cool little figures. And like I said, I usually don't go for stuff like this because to me this is like gimmicky action figure type stuff, but it's only because I'm a huge fan of this game. Like when I see Contest of Champions action figures, I buy those too. I think I have one of the Civil Warrior versus the Collector. But let's go ahead. So this is Sully Fractured, which I'm assuming means he's been possessed or something from the game. Now these are all cool because they come with little collector's cards as well. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Please don't. Please. Oh, cool. It's intact still. I'll show the card. I just remember, I'm from an era where cards meant something else. You know, I grew up in an era where there was baseball cards and football cards, and then I grew up in an era where cards were games. You know, Magic the Gathering and things of that nature. So, I used to be a huge Magic the Gathering player. I stopped right about the time that Visions came out, though, because, you know, they came out with Portal, and Portal screwed up a lot of things. And, you know, I got older, and it was an expensive habit. Wow, I didn't think this actually came with extra pieces and stuff, but it's cool, you know. He's a little movable character. You can move things on him. This is more of like an action figure, I would say. So his tail. Is his tail supposed to like click in or something? I really don't like that, but I will glue it later because I don't want to spend too much time on it. And then, okay, this goes this way. And there we go. And there's our Contest of Champions, or our Disney Mirrorverse Sully. Very cool. Okay. So the next one is, haha, Genie. He was actually when I went and bought all three of these, he was the first one that I saw. I thought that Mickey was like a one-off thing that the company was doing, and then I went back to GameStop a couple days later and I saw these sitting there, and I was like, oh, you cheeky buggers have been hiding these from me, huh? No, I joke. The people, I'm telling you, the people at my GameStop are freaking awesome. Honestly, they're responsible for probably over half the stuff that I have. Genie. I mean, they, like I said, their customer service is second to none. I've never seen people in retail that do such a good, and I've seen them get jumped on by dickheads. Like real shitty people that have come in and just turned them into emotional garbage cans. And like stuff that I would have gotten, I would have knocked somebody's ass out. Straight up. I would have been punching people in the mouth because I did it at the gas station. I can't stand it when people come into retail and belittle the employees that work there. And when I managed a gas station, I got real defensive of my employees. Like real defensive. So, very cool. Genie's got a little cape here. And a little thing that he slides into, just like that. It's a cool little thing. Just set up. I'll have my own little Disney corner. And then the last one right here is, bam, Jack Sparrow. Always gotta have Jack Sparrow. But you have heard of me. This is gonna be another freaking 30-minute video. I can already see, damn it. Ooh, this one is, these are actually McFarlane. I didn't even realize that. Wow. Come on, I'm trying to hurry. I'm trying to hurry for you guys so you guys don't have to sit and he's actually got a different type of card. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, see, I don't like those kind of packagings. I really don't. I don't like it when they like mold it into the plastic like that. Oh, so this is like if he took the coin, I'm assuming. goes on. What arm does it go on? Does it show it? Nope, it doesn't even show it. Maybe it goes on his other arm. I don't imagine it being like crazy loose or anything. Oh well, we're just gonna put it on this arm because it looks way cooler. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks way cooler, huh? Very cool. Alright. That is the end of those. Like I said, I usually don't pick up action figures and stuff like that, but I kind of dig all that. Oop. Save those just in case. Alright. Okay, this next thing is very cool. Okay, so there are actually two other statues that go in with this set, and I had to get this one. It's from Breath of the Wild, Revali. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's get her open. Actually kind of expensive. Very cool. I like these statues a lot. I really do. I think they're very, very cool. I dig the bow though. Like the bow's an actual very badass. This one was kind of pricey. It was like 90 bucks. And so, I mean, if you're a Breath of the Wild fan or a Zelda fan, I highly recommend this. But if you're just like your average collector and Zelda doesn't really have a place in your life, then I would probably pass on it. But this right here, this whole collection is a total must. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna try to burn through these last few pieces. Okay, so this is actually a series that's coming out, and I'm super excited for it. It's kind of a crossover from NECA. And this right here is the first one of the series to come out, and I think it's very cool. Those of you that know me know I'm a huge Ninja Turtle fan, and when I saw this I was like, oh yeah, I have to get that because the other three look really badass too. And this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universal Monsters crossover, and this is Frank and Ralph. I really dig these NECA things. I'm probably not going to open this one right now. I just wanted to show you, you know what, screw it. Let's open it. Let's open it. His size are like lightning bolts. That's so cool. Ooh, and they're sturdy too. They're not just like they're like PVC. That's really rad. So his other hands that you can change out. And then here are his size. They're lightning bolt size. That's so cool. And listen, I mean, they're a hard plastic. That's really rad. You see, this is why I don't like this molded plastic. It's like real metal. That's why I love NECA. NECA is a must for comic book, or not comic book, for collectors. You know what I mean? Because they're so detailed, and you know they're reasonable in pricing. Let's do it. Let's put the size in. I'm a huge Ninja Turtle fan. That is so badass. Up. On to the next thing. Okay, I have just a couple more things. Alright, and even though I don't like the game, I'm still a huge fan of the universe. You know, I hate Destiny 2. But I'm still always a sucker for Destiny products. The Celestial Mydok. It's gonna go right next to my Shaxx. I don't know. Destiny 2 really missed the mark with me. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of Destiny 1. But Destiny 2 just really, it really did not. Thank you, Red Bull. Giving me that extra perky perk. That strawberry apricot is fire. Alright, so here's that same company I was telling you about. The Master Lease E-Moving. This is Alta Deku. And I don't think I'm going to have to assemble a bunch of parts with this, because I think this was, again, the floor model. Yes. Okay, so we are going to go with Ultra Deku on this one. So you can actually put this on. So this is backwards.